Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. It'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain. So 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Just a great job here by this linebacker to be able to come up with that sack there on the blitz. A big play for his defense. And, man, Chris, you think about the linebacker play at the University of Miami over the years, it starts with Ray Lewis, and it could end with him, to be honest. But the list just keeps going. Michael Barrow, Jonathan Vilma, and Dan Morgan. They go on and on and on, and this guy right now is trying to live up to that standard.
Here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. Testing the right side here. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it on 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
And there's the handoff. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. But I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on that offensive line and their running back.
The Gators pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Daniels. That's a big play. Moves the ball down inside the 30.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
He'll hand it off. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
second down after that run on the previous play. The shotgun handoff here. A quick juke. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it here. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Jennings. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
On the ground, it's Payne. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Big gain, catch made at the 30. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
Will he score here? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
Chris, I'm kind of like this defense. I knew this quarterback could run the football. I didn't know he could take it that far down the field and let alone score.
And the point after is right down the middle. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Gators offense retakes the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? It's a toss play to the right. So back-to-back plays, nowhere to run. This defense all over their running back so far.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida. Just ran away from the defense.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Now the all-important extra point. The PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. This should be the last play of the quarter. And looking to throw now on first down. He'll take a deep shot. That one's broken up, incomplete, and time has expired in the first quarter. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The back's got it again. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Second down after that previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
That's a pretty good job here by the defense really on this fourth down. They took away all his intended receivers. He just checks that down as a last-ditch effort. Give credit to the back for picking up that first down.
And we're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now on this drive. And he's going to float this one to the right side. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
gamble here. Offense going for it on 4th down inside their own 40. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Incomplete. A huge 4th down stand by this defense.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. The receiver's got it on a jet sweep. Finding space at the 20. Tackled, but 1st down.
Well, this defense has to respect this quarterback and how he can get out in the open. Sometimes he will run, but the offensive coordinator does a nice job with the defense focused on the quarterback. You go with a jet sweep, you get your speedster out on the edge, and the defense doesn't know if the quarterback has it or if he hands it off to the jet sweep. That's a big gain for their offense.
Well, hand it off. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Gators. Still no answer for this offense.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Completion sets up an important 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. And the Canes looking to run some tempo here. Needs a completion here on 4th down. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. He picks up the 1st down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Ball's incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Important 2nd down play coming up. They're going to run the option. The back's got it on the pitch. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And they heave it deep downfield. Catch made down inside the 20. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. 1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Getting closer, but now it's 3rd down. Can they punch it in from the 2? And they're trying to punch it in here. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricanes. That kind of execution for a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fielded in the end zone. It's Garcia. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Off the play fake on first down. Receiver makes the grab, heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's moving out of the pocket now. Gets some space around the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the 2nd and 3rd option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Gators will kick this away, start the second half. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Miami offense is back on the field. First play of the 3rd quarter is a handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They'll feed the back again. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
3rd down coming up after that running play. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
The Canes with 1st and 10 here. throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Touchdown for the U. Made the defense look slow that time.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You have to get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Garcia. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Florida offense retakes the field. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Finding some room with the 25. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. That one hurts. Smacks him up 10 yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And on the carry, he's heading left. And they're able to get him down. Second down after that run on the previous play. Linebacker shifting around now. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw. Here's the second down play. And the runner takes off to his right. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. Tough spot. The offense has to convert the third and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he'll drop back here on third down. Caught quickly. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And then first down, right back to the running game.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Daniels. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show me he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows me he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Handoff to the back. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They got a lane. Can he get in? Forced out of bounds, just short of the end zone.
That back was shot out of a gun. How quick did he accelerate to pick up those yards? Just an electric run. Somehow he's knocked out of bounds at just the 1-yard line. Boy, he deserved a touchdown there.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Touchdown, Florida. That puts him on top in the second half. So with playoff pressure curve, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Try and muscle for the first down. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now. The Hurricanes will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on fourth down. Trying for a fourth down completion. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes.
Well, I think they're going to end up regretting going for this one, Chris. I wouldn't have gone for it. What's wrong with punting it away? And again, I get being aggressive, but you got to be smart on when to go for it and when to punt.
On the shotgun, it's a handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a gritty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Toss play to the outside. And the Gators pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Big guys up front line up. It's first down. Receiver in motion now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
That's exactly how you want to start this drive, working with the lead in the fourth quarter. Take as much time off this clock as possible. That's a great way to get this drive started.
The Gators are in the red zone now. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Third down play coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Daniels. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down and goal. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Nice job by this defense on that 2nd down, so we now have 3rd down and goal. The offense could be thinking about 4-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, 3rd down, and get able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
No problem. Knocks it right through. Hold on. There is a flag. If it's on the defense, it would still be 4th down. The Gators keep the football on the move. Ball handed off. Touchdown, Gators. This offense cannot be stopped.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Try to add the lead down with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Hurricanes offense retakes the field. The last time they went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Jennings. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. The Hurricanes will crank up the tempo.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Look at this. He'll go deep again. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down. Looking to throw the football. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. And they'll stop him after a short game.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Now it's second down here. On the toss play, runner moving left. Finding space at the 20. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. No chance to catch him. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back. Feed him the ball. Scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with a hot hand.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Miami offense is back on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Makes the grab. It's Payne. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. That ball snagged for a completion. And the gain just good enough for a first down. The Canes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Brought down, it crosses midfield to the 46. And the Canes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he lofts it deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to throw it on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Tackled after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Makes the catch for the 2-point conversion as they continue to cut into this lead. I believe they're going to line up here to go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. The Gators offense retakes the field. Handoff in a single back formation. And the defense smothers him for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down play coming up. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Trying to find room. It's Williams. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. And the defense takes a timeout with 27 seconds left. Gators will line up to kick it away. Hunter comes out for the first time today, looking to pin him back. We'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Just gets in the way, taking a shot. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. And looking to throw now on first down. And he's going to launch it deep again. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And it's picked off in the end zone. And on that takeaway, the final play of the game. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.